Hey YouTube, Shelka04 here. So today I'm going to work on the fuel filter and ultimately replace the gas tank. This is going to be probably a multi-part video. If you know anything about these vehicles, you know the fuel filter is nowhere under the hood. It's actually up underneath there, and we'll go there in a minute. I just want to talk to you and give you an idea as far as what's going on. I replaced the fuel filter about a week and a half ago, and I was really unhappy with the setup that I inherited. And so I did a little thinking, and I went to talk to the guy at AutoZone, and I'll show you what we came up with in a minute. But basically, I'm going to replace the fuel filter. While doing that, I've got to drop pressure on the system, and then at some point, I'll start draining the fuel tank, and then replace the fuel tank. So let me give you an idea as far as what the fuel filter looks like. You see it here? First off, it should be tucked back into this protective frame more. And then, again, this is the setup I inherited. I wouldn't have done this piece of crap. It's got these brass plumbing fittings with some Teflon tape and a rubber connector to the steel line. It looks like this is a replacement line because I think the old line should have gone in there and maybe up in here. And then the other thing is, and I don't know if you can see it anymore, but that's the old line there. So somebody replaced the fuel line from about there to here. Did a kludge job, like you can see. I'll probably have to hammer this out and spliced it in back there. So let me get out of here and we'll go over to the goodies. So again, as I said, it's got plumbing fittings and some rubber hose and some hose clamps, and it's worked for the last 130,000 miles, or probably less, whenever they kludged it, but it's not right. So anyway, this is the old fuel filter, just so I could have something to mock up. And this is a 14, hang on. I guess I tighten those up. This is a 14 millimeter. What? It's who? All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. That was a separate project calling. Anyway, so I went to, going back to what I was talking about, I went to AutoZone and bought the 14 millimeter equivalent of that by a, I think it's a 5/16 brake line. So it's a 5/16 brake line, and the 14 millimeter equivalent, since the Fram gas filter is actually metric. And this is nice because I split the brake line. We've got the double flare fitting, or flared side, meeting up with the right nipple inside the fuel filter, and then the fitting there. This is basically the right way to do it. And I'll do a gentle bend in this to get it to line up with what's on the frame. Then we'll use these compression fittings to mount it all up, and then that'll get rid of the rubber line and the hose clamps. Now, since I'm going to be doing this with two hands, I can't really give you any clue as to what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So I'm going to do it now. I'm just showing you the fuel tank so you'll love it, and we can discuss that in the next video or two. But for now, let me get underneath there, do the fuel filter, and then I'll do a subsequent follow-up video to discuss the problems or issues I had with it. But as I said, because I don't have three hands, I I need to do that, and then I'll do a follow-up. Anyway, Shelka 04 out. Thanks. Bye.